Going on, y'all? All right. So back for forgot to turn on speech recognition. All right, there we go. Welcome uh to the beginning of yet another untilit.works. How are you all doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm actually almost done. I'm trying to be as productive as possible this these sessions like normal. I try to be as productive, but now I'm really trying to get a bunch of stuff done. So I almost got all the post radio show promo stuff almost done, except it looks like my Instagram doesn't want to post. That is awesome. I hate Instagram. Okay, so that being said, I got a bunch of stuff almost done. With that, I'm trying to get some. It's CFP season, and so pretty much call for papers, I believe what they're called. That's what it stands for, CFP. And so I'm a developer advocate. And so part of it is that I get to like do presentations in front of folks. And so sometimes those presentations happen at conferences. And so conferences have these time windows where you can submit topics, like a little talk abstract. So far they've only been like, hey, let us know in a paragraph what you want to kind of talk about. And so that is what I've been working on. So got one like I got a couple submitted. One came back. I'm going to be presenting, so that's cool. And then I got some other stuff. I found some other conferences and going to submit to those as well. So we'll see. I'm looking to travel more. You know what I'm saying? So like now that things are kind of like opening up a little bit, I'm looking to travel. Which reminds me, next month I may be traveling, so the timing of these ciphers may be different. So still planning stuff out, and so I'll let you know. You can tell it's been a minute. I've been putting in work because I've got the beard going. So, all right, I may shave it today. So the second cipher of the day, you may see me clean shaven. Neither here nor there. Go through this quick. So this is like the intro break session. Speaking of break session, so welcome to untilit.works. It consists of ciphers. Ciphers are 3-hour blocks of time, right? And this is the time where I'm hoping there's a thing that you always been kind of want to work on, but you never had time to do it. You can set it by these times, these ciphers, to get to work on that thing, right? Each cipher consists of 2 types of sessions. There's the work session and the break session. If you joined earlier, what you were in was the work session, and we'll talk about that. But right now, we're in the break session. Break sessions are about 15 minutes. They happen 15 minutes after the hour. And with that, right now, we're in a break session. So you see like the video with my face on here. Below that, you can see that if you hop into the site and we're in the middle of a break session, you may need to click play on the video to start the stream because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. Next to that, you'll see that there's an open closed caption. Right now, as I'm speaking, I'm using the web speech recognition API to turn my speech into text, and that will show up in the space that will open up when you click open closed caption. Below that, now let's say there's a thing that you found interesting throughout these break sessions. You're able to kind of clip it out. So something interesting happens, you hit add a clip button. You get 5 of those. They're 5 seconds a piece. When you're all done, you click, make sure you have to click create a highlight video. And what that'll do is it'll store the timestamps of when you clicked to add a clip, and that will save it. And so that when I'm done and hit stop broadcast, it'll go through a whole bunch of stuff in the back end. It will take the recording of the video, clip out the areas that you wanted, put them together, intro, outro, and then you'll be able to check that out. And I'll show you where you'll be able to watch the highlight clip that was made. Below that is a countdown timer, or somewhere, depending on if you're on the size of your screen, but there's a countdown timer that's counting down to when the next work session begins. And then you can join the room if you so choose to chat and ask questions. Cool. Now, that is the break session. Let's talk about the work session. Now, this is what you'll see, something similar, when we're just the focus mode. Now, work sessions are like 45 minutes of just focus. Just work on what you're ever working on. You know what I'm saying? Like I just said, if Instagram didn't fail me, I would have had a bunch of stuff uploaded, but neither here nor there. So your site, your work session may look different because the background is randomly selected images of like environments that I thought looked nice. So up in the upper right hand corner, we have the menu. So home, shop, subscribe, subscribe. Again, I keep saying we're going to change it to schedule. Probably won't. But that's where you can subscribe to all the upcoming ciphers. And you'll get notified on the device that you subscribed with that we're live and you're ready to get your work on. Log in, log out, depends on your status, whether or not you logged in. Okay, then over on the other side, we have the Bandcamp player. It's like a web component I created where some artists I know, some really talented producers, I asked them to submit some music for random projects I create. They did. And so this is, if you want to listen to some music while you're working on whatever you want to work on, it'll play a list of tracks that were selected, that were submitted. So it's a Bandcamp player. So if you'd like, you can buy it, you can share. And then also, if you want to spread the word, you can tweet, and it'll open up Twitter with a pre-populated tweet promoting the artist. So if you want to do that, you can as well. Let's see. Now, then also towards the center, we have the to-dos list. Again, we want to try to get stuff done. So you add your task where it says add a task. You can hit enter or the plus sign. Then it'll add it to this area here. You'll be able to modify, like to edit the task, delete it, and mark it as done. If you mark it as done, it goes into the done section. So you can click done, and that will list all the things that you got completed. Cool. And then towards when everything's all finished and you're ready to call it a day, you can click the Twitter logo. That'll open up Twitter in a new tab, window, what have you, and it'll pre-populate the tweet with like a list of the things you got completed, with like little green check marks next to them. For me, it's a kind of a good way, like, oh, I got some stuff done for the day. I'm ready to go into the week knowing that thing I've been wanting to work on, I did something towards it. So that's just me, maybe. Then have another countdown timer. That's counting down to when the next break session happens. Again, they happen 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. Let's say you have no clue what you want to work on, but you want to feel productive and get something done. I have some things there. If you've heard about coding, like especially like web development, and you're like, I wonder if I'll be good at that. If that's something that'll interest me, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin project. And from what I've heard and from what I've seen, kind of like quickly going over their curriculum, seems like a pretty good way of determining whether or not you want to continue with web development. You make a pretty good educated guess by going through those like courses, whether or not you want to spend more time and or money pursuing web development. For me, web development has been awesome and kind of like changed my life, you know what I'm saying? But I've been doing it for a minute. So I was doing it before Free Code Camp and Odin Project. So do what you got to do. So that all led me to where I am now. Again, I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage. In addition to like speaking at conferences and workshops and things, I also get to work on like tutorials. And so I have 3 tutorials that I kind of like help out with. And so I think they're pretty cool. And so I think they're like, they kind of show like the power of like the web and what's possible. You know what I mean? So what I have there, one is that you create an application where you you create the application, you put in your phone number and you hit call or dial. I don't remember, but you hit a button and it'll actually dial from the browser your phone in the real world, and you'll be able to have a conversation back and forth. Amazing. Then they also have the opposite where you can dial a virtual number on your real phone, dial a virtual number. The application you create will be able to pick up the phone call and you have a conversation. And they also have an application where you create an application, say application a lot, and 2 users log in, one can call the other and have a conversation. It's to me, that's kind of amazing. So yeah, you got those up there. Hakko, we'll talk about Hakko later. I have like a whole separate presentation about that. Show and tell, sign up. If you want to come up and talk about whatever you found interesting, feel free. You can just figure out how to do that. Show and tell, sign up. We'll step you through on how to do that. And then there, highlight. Remember that video that you created, the highlight clip? Well, once you submit it, you hit that create a highlights video button. what will happen is the status will say submitted. And while it's doing its thing in the back end, getting your video ready, once it's done, it'll say status done and have the view button. You'll be able to view, you'll be able to preview the video that was created. You can download it, and you can also hit tweet to send it to Twitter. And what that'll do is it'll create a unique URL specifically for you that goes to the recording of the video, and it will have like, depending if they want to show it or not. Twitter sometimes shows like the preview video, so it'll be your preview video. If not, I normally just attach the video that I downloaded to the tweet, because I posted to Instagram as well, and so that way I know the video will show up whenever I actually tweet it out. So yeah, there's that. Cool. Hakko. Now, Hakko is a thing. Let's say you get stuck on something, or maybe you need feedback on a thing that you're working on. Hakko stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out, right? Now, it's my hope that with the Hakkos that you're able to, well, let me just show you. So if you want to kind of view whatever Hakkos there are, you can click view and it will show you what's there, right? Then you can filter them out by different keywords, things of that nature. Now, if you want to create a Hakko, you click create, and then you put in a title and 3 keywords to kind of help other people like browsing that view section, kind of like, oh, okay, this is what they're looking for help. I can help out or give feedback. Then you click create, and it'll give you a link, a unique URL that you can copy, or you can just click to share on Twitter to ask for help. And then when you join the Hakko, this is how it's going to look. Now, the Hakko, you see, you can leave whenever you want. You can open the menu to see who's in there. You have your title. You have the countdown timer to when the next break session is. Again, we have the link so you can copy it or share it to Twitter again. Now, let's say somebody just doesn't join. Once they click the link, they just join your room. They actually were requesting to join the room, and you'll be able to see who's requesting by seeing it right here under pending. Now, if you're not sure, if you've never heard of the person before, you can click the name and now open up their profile either on Twitter or GitHub, depending on whatever they signed in with, right? And then you'll be able to approve or deny them, depending on what you see. Now, if you approve them and they turn out to be a total butt, you'll be able to ban them and then kick them out of the room. All right? Cool. Now, you as the owner of the room, only you will be able to share your screen because, again, you're the person looking for help and or feedback. So I made it to where only you can share your screen so that you can show what it is that you need help with. And so you just share the screen. You also are able to chat. So I have a chat section here on the side. And so you can chat back and forth, but not just like text chat, but you can also enable audio chat. And by enabling audio chat, like you'll be able to use your microphone to communicate, right? But for another person to hear you, they'd also have to enable their audio chat. And so if people don't want to be able to hear other people, whatever you say is going to be turned into text and put into the chat, the text chat. So that way, if people don't want to hear other people, they can still follow along, right? Cool. And then they also have text to speech. So let's say you're working on another screen, or you don't want to, whatever, like you can't look at the screen while you're working on whatever you're working on. So I have the enabled text to speech. So any messages that end up in a text chat will be read out to you in the computer voice. Cool. So I try to make it as many ways to communicate and get help. And so there's that. And then again, your thing will show up here and then people can join. What's cool is that the same way you can check who's trying to join your room, the user that wants to join the room can actually see who created it. And again, check out their profile, see whether or not they want to enter in. And yeah, that's it. That's the Hakko. Woo. Okay, so it is time to get back to work. Stop screen share. Cool. And I'm going to send you all off with some traveling music. And again, thanks for hanging out. I wish you much productivity. And let's see here. Share this screen. So now the track that we're going to send you off with is a favorite of mine, and it's by the artist by the name of Nujabes. It's featuring Apani B, and it's called Thank You, because I want to thank y'all for hanging out. And when we come back, again, if nobody wants to do show and tell or whatever, normally what I do is I talk about some cool tech thing that I came across, and or go over an artist's website, and maybe you find a new artist you dig. All right. So again, thank you for hanging out. This again is I gotta figure out why I'm not able to post to Instagram, and see if I can get this thing done. All right. So again, this is Nujabes featuring Apani B. The track is called Thank You, and see y'all 15 minutes after the hour. I'll be easy. Thanks again for hanging out, and peace.
But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay.